From small school districts like Pittsburgh and Hayward to large districts like San Francisco and Los Angeles, and across the community college system, project labor agreements are being used as a management tool to help projects come in on time and on budget. But district board members use project labor agreements to achieve a variety of goals.
One of the main goals of the PSA for me personally was quality, to ensure quality.
Our projects now are coming in under budget, and so we're very happy that this has been a good system for us.
I personally am very interested in making sure that public dollars are spent in the most responsible way, and for me that means on the best jobs that have the best benefits.
It was a combination, I think, of our philosophy as a board as well as our business judgment. Philosophically, we believe that local tax monies should help to support the local economy and should support good wages.
In a town like Hayward, a lot of the workers that are working on these projects have children going to these schools. They wanted to see quality. They wanted to see good use of taxpayer dollars.
Well, since the labor agreement, what I've seen is that small business participation, local residency participation, and really an engagement by the local community supporting the project because they're participating.
We need to make sure that money stays locally, that it gets reinvested in our community, and we want to make sure that our projects are delivered on time and in a fair manner.
First thing we did was we adopted a program to pre-qualify contractors to make sure they had a track record of finishing work on time. They didn't have a track record of being sued for shoddy workmanship or cost overruns.
We have some unscrupulous contractors out there in the community that want to exploit their workers and not pay them what they deserve to be paid by law. What PLAs provide for is a mechanism to make sure that enforcement ability.
So you have in California prevailing wage law that you pay essentially the union scale to the workers whether they're union or non-union.
The PLA is about terms and conditions that are set up for the workers. We don't say you have to be a union worker. It doesn't say you have to be a non-union worker.
47% of all construction dollars have been awarded to small contractors, which kind of lends itself to the fact that PLAs do not create an artificial barrier for entry or competition for a small contractor, as long as they know what they're getting into, what the rules of engagement are going to be.
We just didn't want anybody to be able to say that this was restricting competition in any way, because competition translates into better use of dollars.
When you're dealing with construction, the worst thing you can have is delays. PLAs are designed to make sure that we have a good workforce in place that can deliver the projects on time.
So it's sort of protection all the way around to make sure your work proceeds under all circumstances and it's stabilized.
When I was elected to the board, we were dealing with a disaster, a project at Skyline College. They went with the cheapest available contractor who cut corners, and the work was substandard, and basically that was a building that had to be torn down and rebuilt.
I'll tell you from other cities and other entities that did not have a PLA in place, or maybe it wasn't enforced. You've got shoddy construction projects that have been delayed. You get labor that walks off the job site for whatever reason.
What you learn is you got to look beyond just who's coming up to you with the cheapest kind of lowball price and look at quality.
Show me districts that have discontinued using project labor agreements that have been using them. Show me the failures. Show me the flaws. Show me the community outrage. It's not there.
I would like others in my position to maybe learn a little bit from my experience. I probably should have done this a long time ago.
I speak from history, I speak from experience, and I speak with knowledge and know that it has been a great tool for this district.
You want to make sure that your community is served right. I think a PLA is something definitely that every district ought to consider.
So for me, a project labor agreement is part of fulfilling our mission of job training and higher education and serving our community.
What we've seen since the labor agreement has been in effect is a focus on quality by the contractors in skilled trades. That focus is a primary component of their effort that I see today. The awareness wasn't as great prior to the labor agreement.
We're all on the same team, and that puts us in a situation where we can solve problems together. If we have a contractor that's not performing, we actually can work together with the construction trade unions to help resolve that.
Well, what we've seen that has been very valued is the coordination, and to be able to have local hires, to be able to see people who live in our communities work on our jobs, work on our projects.
I'm happy that our projects have been coming in on time and on budget, under budget in many cases.
One thing that's been a real gem as far as going with our PSA is that our change orders have been extremely minimal.
Which means that we're able to put our new classrooms, our laboratories, our libraries to use for the tens of thousands of students that we serve as quickly as possible.
So we've been able to use this PLA to do a lot of things, but most importantly to deliver these schools for the children of Los Angeles and bring value to the taxpayers who are paying for this local bond.
And I think there's just no question that when you look at what we have here, what we've provided for the community, that you're getting grade A state-of-the-art facilities that will stand the test of time.